What's up, pretty learners? Welcome back to our video. In today's video, we're gonna create this very cool loop animation in Blender. It's pretty easy to create, and we're gonna use some geometry nodes. Just few geometry nodes. Don't get panic. So, if you guys need a project file, link is in description. You just have to pay a few dollars on Patreon every month, and you'll get all of the project files for free on the Patreon. So let's get in Blender and see what we can create today and have fun. Alright, so I'm in Blender 3.6 right now. So clear out everything from the scene. I'm gonna press A and delete everything. I'm gonna add a UV sphere, not UV sphere, sorry, not UV sphere. Shift A, add a icosphere, and I'm gonna use subdivision of kind of 5, I think 5, and I'm gonna right click and say shade smooth, and I'm gonna move it away a little bit, and I'm gonna add a plane. Shift A, add a plane, S and 8, and I'm gonna scale it a little more, kind of over there. First we're gonna use modifier, add a displace modifier, and click on new. And now I'm gonna click on these buttons and add a cloud. And now I'm gonna go to tab, edit mode, and right click subdivide. I'm gonna subdivide it with kind of 50 and go to object mode, and you can see it's bumping. Now I'm gonna right click and shade smooth first, and I'm gonna size it up a little bit. I'm gonna add an empty plane axis and click on the plane and go to modifiers, from local to object, and select the object to empty. And now as you can see, it's bumping really bad. Now I'm gonna go to modifier back and click on these buttons. I'm gonna click on the size and I'm gonna add 10 on it. Now we're getting some cool things. Now I'm gonna go to modifier and make my strength down a little bit. I think this will be fine. Now when I click on the empty, now when you rotate the empty, press R twice. Now you can see it's actually doing something. Here the time comes where we're gonna use geometry nodes, and we're just gonna use 2 geometry nodes, only 2, and you're gonna see. And click on the geometry node editor, or you can go from this window over there. I just don't like to go over there. I'm just gonna open the window over here. Now I'm gonna click on the plane, press new, and now you're just gonna add 2 nodes that I'm gonna tell you right now. Shift A, add a instance on points. Add an instance on points, plug it in. Now I don't want to create any node by searching. Now I just want to take this icosphere and put it in my geometry nodes. Now plug this geometry into instance, and as you can see, it's doing something, but it's terrible. Now I'm gonna scale down it. So I've already done the project, so I know how much scale we want. So I'm gonna add 0.02, and you can see it's looking really cool. It's already almost touching each other, but not from there. So now when I click on empty and rotate it with pressing R twice, and you can see it's doing really good job. Yeah, it's fine right now. So now I'm gonna add a little topping on it. First I'm gonna add a background. If they add a plane, scale the plane just the same as the other ball's plane. Move it down, just kinda touching it. Click on empty, rotate it, and see if it's charging it really cool. I'm gonna take this plane and move it down a little kind of over there. Now I'm gonna add one more plane, scale it up, and move it on top of these spheres, kind of over there. Now it's time to add shaders, and we're gonna have fun adding shaders. First off, I'm gonna save the file so I won't lose it. So I saved the file, and now I'm gonna go to viewer shading, and I'm gonna add new material. You can open the shader editor from here, but I'm gonna open my shader editor from here. Click new on this the top plane. We're gonna manage this first. I'm gonna add a modifier, wireframe modifier, and I'm gonna subdivide, and you can see it's not doing something. I'm gonna subdivide it with or yeah, 20 will be fine, I think. Subdivide it with 20. I'm gonna take the thickness down, and I can barely see that. Now I'm gonna right click and shade smooth, so we're getting really good thing over there. I'm gonna move it down a little bit, kinda over there. Time to add shaders. I'm gonna delete the principal BSDF, Shift A, add a transparent BSDF, and I'm gonna add a emission material, add a color ramp. Now I'm gonna add a mix shader, grab the shader and plug it in surface. I'm gonna take the transparent and plug it in the top shader, take the emission and plug it in shader, and I'm gonna grab the color ramp over here and plug it in the factor. I'm gonna change the color to red so we can see something. I'm gonna change the color red, and I'm gonna add a noise texture, and I'm gonna plug it in factor. Increase the scale maybe to 10, I think, and take this black portion, and then you can see something is happening. But you might be thinking why these black lines are here yet. So I'm gonna go to material, I'm gonna go to click on settings. In blend mode, I'm gonna change from opaque or whatever you call it to alpha blend, and now you can see something over here. I'm gonna decrease the strength to 120. Now I'm gonna go to render setting, this camera icon, and from EV to cycles, from CPU to GPU. If you guys have a GPU, you can change it to GPU. If you guys don't have a GPU, you can just keep it on CPU. Now I'm gonna go to the viewport shading and see what's happening here. I'm gonna decrease the strength, I think, to 10, and now I'm gonna animate this first. Grab a window, go at the corner, and you can see a plus sign over there. Grab the plus sign at the top and open the timeline here. I'm gonna move it down a little bit. Now I'm gonna keep it on 250, and I changed this noise texture from 3D. It was 3D, and I'm gonna change it to 4D so we can animate it really easily. And now I'm gonna take my mouse to the W and keep it on 0, and I'm gonna press I to animate it. Go to the frame 250 and give it kind of 5, and press I again, and as you can see, it's animating something. I'm gonna go to EV, and you can see it's animating very good. So Now we're gonna animate these spheres. Grab the empty and go to this yellow icon. Go to the first frame. I'm gonna hover my mouse to the rotation and press I. I don't need the Z axis, so I'm gonna right click on Z axis and delete single frame. Now I'm gonna go to the end frame and make these 360 and press I again, and as you can see it's animating now. Really cool. Now it's time for shading again for our sphere. Click on the sphere, add new material. I'm gonna go to cycles, press this period so you can see this sphere really easily. I'm gonna light up the scene. I'm gonna light up the scene and I'm gonna add new material. I added new material, and now I'm gonna add a color ramp, and now I'm gonna add a bump node, and now add a noise texture. Plug the noise texture in color ramp and plug the color ramp into height, and grab this normal portion to normal, and as you can see it's doing something. Now I'm gonna go to edit and preferences, and now add an add-on called node wrangler, and as you can see I already added this node wrangler, so you guys gotta add this node wrangler and come back and click on the noise texture, press Ctrl T. Now as you can see we're getting two more nodes called texture coordinate and mapping. I'm gonna take this object and plug it in vector, so when we animate the texture is not moving and texture is gonna still be there. Now I'm gonna take this black portion over there, take this white portion, grab it back, and I can barely see that. Click on the base color, make it darker, make it metallic. I'm gonna make the sphere a little brighter. I think that is kind of cool. I'm gonna decrease the roughness a little bit, and now I'm gonna take this bottom plane, add new material, give it kinda yellow material. I'm gonna change this wire color to, I think over there maybe, and maybe change the plane color to red. Oh yeah, that is looking cool. Now I'm gonna add a camera, Shift A, add a camera. I'm gonna add the camera right over there. Control Alt and 0, and click on the camera icon. Change from perspective to orthographic, and increase the orthographic scale. So over there, I will like it over there. You can adjust however you want. Now I'm gonna play the animation. So, and that's looking cool. And now I'm gonna add a sky texture and click on this environment, world properties, and click on this yellow dot. Click on the sky texture, and now I'm gonna make the air 0, increase the dust a little bit more, and now I'm gonna take this sun elevation and I'm gonna do it however I want. You can adjust these settings and make it look cooler. I'm gonna play that. that is looking cool. I'm gonna increase the emission of these wires to 50, and we're done now. And you can render it. I'm gonna show you the render setting. Go to its output properties, and I'm gonna keep it on 920 by 1080p. And from 24 frame to I'm gonna increase one frame to 25 frame. Now I'm gonna change from PNG to FFmpeg video, so I'm getting fully ready video. I'm gonna change the encoding to MP4. I'm gonna change this medium quality to perspectively lossless, and you can actually choose any of these settings. The more you increase the setting, the more time it's gonna take probably. So you can decrease the quality or maybe increase the quality. The more you increase the quality, the better detail is gonna give. And now I'm gonna adjust some of these settings by myself and see how it's looking. And yeah, the render is ready now, and you can click on the render button and click on the render animation, or maybe render image if you want the image. And if you want to render the animation, you can click on the render animation here. So as you can see, we just created this project in just few minutes with 2 geometry nodes. So if you guys need the project file, you can get it on Patreon right now. Link is in description. Get the project file right now for just for a few dollars monthly, and you'll get all of the project files for free. And if you guys learned something from this video, make sure to like the video and comment down below what should I create next in the video, and make sure to subscribe to the channel so you'll not miss any video. So that's all for today's video. I'll see you in the next video.